Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel, and I want to take you on a little adventure today. This is super exciting. You see behind me, look at this blueberry field. It's just so cool. Brian is down in there somewhere picking. We're gonna get a 5-gallon bucket, but I have to tell you, this is the coolest place. It's very close to our house, and you come over here and it's just got a gate, and it's so neat because this is you come in and pick it, and there's a whiteboard that tells you how much each size of bucket is. And so I have this kind of bucket right here. I fill it up and I go dump it in our bucket. So it's an honor system. There's a board that says how much each one of these buckets weighs. It's $2 a pound. So she's already calculated, like, you know, if it's a 12-pound bucket, it's 24 bucks. But there's no one here, so how do you pay? It's an honor system. Around the corner is mailboxes, and hers is locking, and you just put the money in her locking mailbox, and you're done. So I love this. So let's take a look at some of the amazing blueberries. Oh my gosh, I've already got, I think, 3 of these buckets. That's what I got so far. I just started again. So let's get busy. Okay, so you put this around your neck. Let's come up. I want to show you. Okay, see this? Look at these blueberries. Beautiful. And you just pop those off. Dink. There it is. So I'm going to go along here. And I like to come to the end, so it starts way up there. And there's rows and rows and rows and rows across here. And they just continue to produce for like a while. So I'm going to try to we're going to get like a 5-gallon bucket. That's about a year's supply for us. But I still might come back because I'm going to take those and I'm going to freeze them. So then what happens after I freeze them, and then I just take them out, just lay them on cookie sheets with some parchment and put them in the freezer and flash freeze them. And then I'll put them in bags, and then I can just take them out by scoops. Look at those. I can just take them out by scoops for things like muffins, pancakes, anything I want to use them for. So, but I still might come back and get a couple of buckets periodically just to have fresh for this season. So we already saw a deer come in here and her 2 little babies, which was super cute. Oops. Oh, I hate it when I drop them. It's because I'm trying to do it one-handed. All right, I got it. Better get busy. You can't pick without tasting. Oh, so good. They are so good. Look at those. They're so beautiful. I think I hear Brian. There he is. There he is. Brian, wave at me. He's picking. They're just so good. Look at those. Just love blueberry season. Oh, that one's be fine. Anyway, so I could pick here forever. So we've been here, I don't know, half an hour, and we already have about a 5-gallon bucket full. So this is just great. And I did get a bonus because down in there on one of the rows was a blackberry bramble that had fresh blackberries, you know, ripe blackberries. So I got a little bit of a blackberry. That's cool. I'm waiting for those to come out too. But right now it's blueberry time. See, Brian's over there. He's a pick one bush until it's done kind of guy. I migrate up and down the rows because I feel like different bushes, I don't know if this is even true, have different flavors. And also I just like to get the real big ones too. So I just kind of migrate along and pick as I go. That's my method. But he is a get down there from bottom to top, pick it clean kind of guy. Oh, you know, you leave the ones that still need to ripe, but he takes all the ripe ones off, which is actually pretty good. So he doesn't move around nearly as much as I do. I don't know if it makes a difference. He's over there, somewhere down in the blueberry bushes. There he is. I see him moving. It's like something moving in the weeds. Oh, I see a bunch of big ones. Look at those. Look at those. They're beautiful. Oh, love it. Love, love, love it. Yeah. All right, I've got my big bucket home. Look at all those blueberries in there. Ooh, so many. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some in this is one of those little berry bowls. I'm going to put that in here. I'm going to fill that up first. Let me get this on the ground. And then I'm going to freeze them. And so I have out here, let me get this. I've got a couple of cookie sheets with parchment. This one has parchment, and the other ones just have a silicone thing. But let me fill up my bowl so that I have some of these to put fresh. And I like to do them in muffins, pancakes, even put some of them on a salad. Why not? Now these are really, really nice. Really nice. Look at that. So I'm going to wash those, so those will go in the fridge. And we can just grab them, handful here and there. And now for freezing them. So the deal is, people think, oh, you want to wash them because you fresh picked them. Not true. Some people will wash them before they go in the freezer, but it's not recommended because the berry itself has a coating on it. And you can see it's got a little coating, and that's like a chicken egg. It's called bloom, and that protects it from freezer burn and from other things like mold, mildew, and things like that. So I'm just going to pour some out. Ooh, look at the size of that one. That's a big guy. Okay, so I'm going to pour them out on here. And when I do that, I kind of will pick the stems and things off. And if there's any that are really underripe, I'll get those out. But I'll pick the stems off. And then what I want to do is just leave these on the cookie sheet. And I've got these two. So these are going to be frozen within just a couple, not even a couple hours, like an hour. They'll go in the freezer within an hour of actually being picked. Probably completely frozen within maybe 2 or 3 hours. So that's going to really, really keep all the nutrient value. The nutrition is there. So now what happens, I'm going to freeze these, and then I'm just going to put them in a big zip top bag. And when I do that, so I want to look for anything that are mushy, anything that's, you know, got anything funky on it. Other than stems, I don't see anything. So you don't want to rinse them either, because if you rinse them, what happens is you'll have to make sure they're super dry. And some people say leave them out on a towel on your counter, you know, try to dry them a bit. Leave them out for a few hours to make sure that they're really good and dry. Otherwise, they're going to kind of freeze together and you'll have clumps. So this looks pretty good. And then when they're frozen, I'll just put them in a bag, and then I can come in with like a 1 cup scoop measure and just take out what I want. So there's one tray. Now this is going to take, I could even just put them in a, you know, a box, like a long box. It's just got an edge. I've actually just taken a big piece of cardboard and folded the edges up so that they don't roll off, and frozen those. So I might just have to get me something else to freeze some more of these, because look how many I have. But that's going to be like all we're going to need all year. Unless I just want to do it because it's fun and go back out there and get some fresh from my fridge, because I like to do things with them. I get excited about blueberry time. And the next thing that's coming up is blackberries all around our property. There's a bunch of blackberries that are coming up, coming out, and they're blooming. Some of them, I ran across some at the blueberry patch that were already good. So some of these are okay. They're super blue on top. They're fine. Okay. That's another big one. Look at that. Nice one. Okay, so let me get the other tray. And I'll have these 3 ready to go. And what I'll do, just so that you can see, I have this great big cookie sheet. And then these, I don't want to sit on top of the berries, so I'm going to sit crossways. And then I'll set them down in my big chest freezer and get those frozen. Ooh, there's a couple stems here I want to get. Okay. Let me get this last one. And these little guys that I picked out, I will just kind of put those on Snickers food. I'm actually wanting to make some, you know, there's that fresh dog food stuff. Well, I want to make like a fresh topper and put them in individual packets in the freezer so that I can take them out each week and take a couple of them out and put them on top of his food just for extra nutrition. And blueberries are really good. Sweet potatoes, pumpkin, all that kind of stuff. So that will be in an upcoming video, maybe. I was thinking about using some of my older home canned salmon and tuna, maybe, just to give him a little extra goodie, because he's older. He's going to be 9 in December, believe it or not. Okay. All right, those are ready to go in the freezer. I might go ahead and go get me a box and put some more out there just so that I can get them frozen. And those will be flash frozen, and I will just end up putting them in a big Ziploc bag and pulling them out. So that is how you're going to freeze your berries, and can go in there once in a while and like shake them if you want to make sure they don't clump up with, but when they're all laying flat like that, they're going to be fine. So put them in the freezer, let them get good and solid frozen, put them in a zip top bag and store them in your freezer. They'll store for like up to 6 months. I've had them much longer than that, but that's, you know, kind of the guideline. And also when you take them out, I take them by like a 1 cup scoop, and then I put them in like a sieve, and I rinse them in cold water. And you can do it when they're frozen, or you can do it when they're thawed. But either way, there you have it. Fresh picked, awesome blueberries. I just love this season. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.